Hello everyone, my name is Andy Sanchez from the Orangetown Recreation staff, and I run the circuit class on Wednesdays at 4:45 p.m. The circuit class is a beginner class to teach kids about electrical circuits and different ways of putting them together, the safety of them, and things along those lines. It's a very fun class, and I recommend everyone join it. We hope these videos offer an opportunity for our resident families and friends to stay busy while at home using the items they already have on hand. So today, for this experiment, we're going to be making ice cream in a bag. Today we're going to be making vanilla ice cream because it's my personal favorite and it's the easiest one to make. The first ingredient you're going to need to make ice cream in a bag is 1 cup of half and half. So you can use half and half, or you can use whole milk if you do not have half and half. Whole milk will not give the ice cream a creamy look, but it will still be just as good. The second ingredient you're going to need is 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. The third ingredient for vanilla ice cream, we're going to need some vanilla extract. So we're going to need half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. We're also going to need about 1/3 of a cup of salt. 1/3 a cup of salt. And since we're making ice cream, we're going to need some ice. We need 3 cups of ice. Now this is what puts the ice in ice cream. It allows it to become cold and like that traditional ice cream you all love. Now if we want to get crazy and have lots of fun doing this, we're going to want to add some food coloring. This allows you to be creative and change the ice cream to any color you choose. Finally, we're going to have a wash station where we can rinse off our materials and make sure we're extra clean. Cleaning your materials during and after the experiments is one of the most important parts of doing the experiments. If we're not using clean equipment, it could get contaminated, and we don't want to leave a mess after. We're also going to need 1 small bag. In the small bag, we're going to put all the ingredients that we are eating, like the half and half, the vanilla extract, and the sugar. And 1 large bag. In this bag, we're going to put the salt in and the ice in. So now we're going to get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to want to put the 1 cup of half and half in the small bag. The small bag has all the edible ingredients. So 1 cup of half and half in the small bag. Now when we're pouring, we want to make sure it's at eye level and we're pouring very slowly because we don't want to put too much or too little. We keep it at eye level so we can know exactly when it's at the top. When it's at the top, we're going to pour it into our small bag. So once you have your half and half in your small bag, you can see it will sit up nicely now, so you don't have to hold on to your bag as tightly. Now you want to close your half and half. You're going to want to wash off your cup. So I also forgot to mention, it's always important before doing an experiment, especially ones involving food, to wash your hands. Kill any germs that are going around. You want to wash them for a good 15 seconds before you start this experiment. Alright, the next ingredient. We want to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now the sugar is what's going to make the ice cream nice and sweet. So if you don't like sweet ice cream, you might want to add a little bit less. If you like really sweet ice cream, you might want to add a tiny bit more. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. So we want to make sure, again, at eye level, make sure it's perfectly fine. And then we're going to pour 1 tablespoon. Then we're going to get the second one. Shake it off until it's at perfect. And this is the second tablespoon. Then we're going to wash off our equipment again. Next ingredient, we're going to add some flavoring. We're going to put the vanilla in to make the nice vanilla flavor. And this is half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon of vanilla. So be very careful when you pour this. This comes out very fast and is a very small container. It's okay if you make a mistake. That's why we got a towel here. And you're going to dump the vanilla in. Now you're going to wash off your ingredients or your containers to your measuring materials. You're going to close your vanilla because if this spills, it'll go all over the place. Now here's where you can get really creative. I like to let the kids pick their favorite color and put it into the bag. Today I'm feeling like green ice cream. I've never seen green vanilla ice cream. I've seen green pistachio ice cream, but never green vanilla. So I'm going to put some green food coloring into my small bag. I recommend about 6-7 drops of doing this. If you want it darker, you can put a couple more. Want it lighter, put a couple less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we don't have to stir this just yet because this bag's about to get really shaken. So then we close the bag nearly to the end, and then we use the end to let all the extra air out. We're going to squeeze it and let all that extra air out. It's very important that make sure you let the air out. Once all the air is out, you're going to close it nice and tight. Now this is very important that you close this tightly. If it's not closed all the way, you're going to get salt in your ice cream, and no one wants salty ice cream. That does not taste good. So now that we have all our ingredients here, we're going to put this to the side. Now we're working with the big bag. The big bag here. And the big bag goes the ingredients we're not eating, so the ice and the salt. So we're going to get up, we're going to put 3 cups of ice into our bag. It's okay if you put a little bit more. That's 1 cup. 2 cups. I'll put a little bit more because some of this ice is melting, and that's 3 cups of ice. So now I'm going to add, make sure you close your food coloring because I forgot to do it here, and put that away because food coloring can stain things. So now that we got our ice, I'm going to put in half a cup of, 1/3 of a cup of salt. So salt and ice go together in some types of ways. You put salt on your driveway, and here's why you do this. Salt mixed with ice lowers the melting temperature of ice. So it melts at a lower temperature, so it doesn't form into ice. But the reason we're using it here, with a lower melting temperature, that means it's colder because it takes less energy to melt. So we have colder ice when we mix it with salt. So let's add our 1/3 cup of salt. Once again, keeping at eye level to make sure you don't put too much, pouring very slowly. And you pour this into the bag. Now finally, you wash off your equipment. And we can put our small bag into our big bag. And we're going to close it nice and tight. And now we're going to take our kinetic energy and start moving this bag. Kinetic energy is moving energy. So we're going to start shaking this. Shake it for 7 minutes here. Now this can get a little bit tiring and cold. I recommend having a friend to shake it with you. And this is going to form the ice cream into actual ice cream. From the liquid half and half, it's going to form the actual ice cream. So it's solid, making it more solid. So I recommend having a friend, because shaking a bag can get very tiring, and it's also, you're holding ice, so it gets very cold. So I brought a friend over today. So I'm going to pass it off after about a minute, and keep shaking it. Keep this shaking going. This is causing chemical reactions within the small bag, causing the half and half to turn into the ice cream thing. They're bonding together and making that liquid into a more cream-based object. And the more you shake it, the more it helps it form. So you keep shaking. You can see who can shake the longest. But you gotta be very careful not to shake it too fast because you can break your bag. So, keep shaking now. And you can see it as you're going on, the ice cream starting to form more and more. You can grab it from the top here and shake it like this. You're not actually touching the ice. You can roll it around, or you can just shake up and down. So this is the fun part. You can have your kids shake it as fast as they can, or as long as they can, then pass it off. So when you're about halfway through, I'm just going to show you what it looks like. You should not be taking it out. You should be keeping shaking. My hands are a little cold, and my partner left me, so I'm going to show you what it looks like right now. You can see it's starting to solid up. It's still very liquidy, so that means we got to keep going for a longer time here. But you can see it's got a nice green color like I wanted. So I'm going to put it back in and shake a little bit more. You just want to keep this shaking. Remember, 7 to 10 minutes. If it's not frozen enough, you can add a couple extra minutes. But you'll be seeing it form into a nice solid shape. And you keep going. Alright, so we've been shaking for a while now. We'll probably need about another minute. And then it should be delicious ice cream. So we're just going to keep shaking. If your hands are cold, remember to pass it off. You don't want anyone getting frostbite from this. Just keep it shaking. It's important to get it all over. Shake, shake, shake here. So now this is good exercise too. You're getting some exercise in, so for when after you eat the snack, you don't have to feel as bad. So I'm going to take it out now. You can see it's a lot more solid than it was. We're going to open it. I should show this. You can see it looks a lot creamier than it. It's no longer a liquid. It's now a cream based. So now I'm going to try my science experiment here. Because this is one science experiment you get to enjoy during and after. It's very, very good. It's delicious. So, like I was saying, once you're done with this, you can add extra ingredients. You can add fruit, chocolate syrup, strawberries, whatever you want to this ice cream to add the extra flavor. You have to be careful with this ice cream though. I would recommend eating it all when you first make it. It's about 1 serving of ice cream and it doesn't freeze well. So if you put it in the freezer, it'll become very, very hard. This ice cream also melts kind of fast. So it's best to eat when you're first making it. So that was today's science experiment called making vanilla ice cream in a bag. I hope you enjoyed it. And this video will be posted online to the Parks and Rec page. To the Parks and Rec Facebook page. We love to hear your feedback and even receive pictures of your family participating in these virtual classes. Please send any comments or photos that we can use on our social media page to recreation@orangetown.com. We hope that you and your families are staying home and staying healthy by following the recommendations of our state, county, and local officials as well as the CDC. These are unprecedented times for all of us. Please remember that each of us plays an important role in keeping all of us safe. Be well, and we look forward to seeing you all very soon. Bye, everyone.